Over the past week, I have carefully read compelling constitutional arguments presented by Advocate Willis Otieno. His assertions have rekindled a long overdue debate about the legal election date in Kenya. I have also pored over the foundational 2018 constitutional petition by Senator Okiya Omtatah, which challenged the then prevailing assumption that elections should be held after every 5 years. His arguments were clear. Unless the constitution is amended, the next general election must occur in the 5th year, not after it. These two perspectives, grounded in law, not partisanship, have led me to a sober conclusion. Kenyans must now have an honest national conversation about the constitutional date of the next general elections. This conversation is not about political convenience, calendar tricks, or regime survival. It's about constitutionalism, democratic integrity, and whether we are truly governed by the rule of law. Article 136, Clause 2A of the Constitution of Kenya states, "An election of the president shall be held on the second Tuesday in August in every 5th year, not after 5 years, not whenever the incumbent completes a full term of 5 years, but in the 5th year." The framers of the Constitution chose clarity over ambiguity. President William Ruto was elected on August 9, 2022, and sworn in on September 13, 2022. But his 5-year constitutional term is anchored not to the swearing-in date, but to the election date, as clarified under Article 141, Clause 2. As such, here is the calculation of his term. Thus, the entire 5th year runs from August 9th, 2026 to August 8th, 2027. The Constitution requires that the election be held within this 5th year, not before, and definitely not after. The second Tuesday of August 2026 falls on August 11th, 2026. Isn't that the only constitutionally compliant date? Attempting to hold elections on August 10th, 2027 will land us 2 days into the 6th year, thereby extending the presidential term. In petition number 368 of 2018, Senator Omtatah argued that the 2022 elections should have been held in 2021, not 2022, because the second Tuesday of August 2022 fell outside the 5th electoral year. His logic, based on Article 101, Clause 1 and reinforced by Article 136, was airtight. If the Constitution says elections must be held in the 5th year, then any election held in the 6th year, even by a few days, is a constitutional violation. That petition, though, was dismissed, exposing a deep institutional habit of misinterpreting election timelines, enabling what Omtatah correctly called term extension through trickery. This is not just legal logic, it is settled constitutional doctrine. The Supreme Court of Kenya, in various rulings, including Advisory Opinion Number 2 of 2021, has consistently stressed the need for strict adherence to constitutional timelines. In 2017, the court went further. It nullified a presidential election over procedural irregularities, signaling that time, processes, and law matter just as much as the result. Let us be clear. Kenya's courts have upheld the supremacy of the Constitution over political convenience. Some argue that since Article 142 allows a president to serve a 5-year term, The elections should occur only after those 5 years end. That is a flawed reading. Article 142 is a general provision on tenure, but Article 136(2)(a) is specific on election dates. In constitutional interpretation, the principle is settled. Specific provisions override general ones. So, even if the president hasn't used up all the 5 years, in terms of the calendar days, the Constitution still demands elections in the 5th year, not at its tail end and not beyond it. The logic is irrefutable, constitutionally valid. If you disagree with this, let's have an honest debate and a respectful national conversation. Kenya's democratic destiny cannot be negotiated behind closed doors or recalculated through political arithmetic. The Constitution is not a suggestion, it's the supreme law of the land. Let us honor the Constitution. Let us uphold the rule of law.